to start this video with a very simple question, and that is, why do we do anything that we do? From careers to relationship changes to habit formation, why do we do any of the stuff that we do? Now, the reason I'm talking about this video, or talking about this in this video, is because I think I have my answer at least, and that is happiness. Everything we do boils down to the exclusive desire to acquire happiness. Now, that isn't always the most obvious thing. It's not always exactly our reason for doing things, but it's almost always inherently our intrinsic desire for something. And I should give you an example just to make the point. So, if someone wants to be a multi-millionaire with a fantastic company and all the success that they could want on a material sense, what is actually at the core of that, the principles that come along for this ride, are a desire for financial security, a freedom that means you're not oppressed within your time, an ability to take care of other people, and a intrinsic understanding of the fact that you made something for yourself. The desire doesn't stand exactly at the door of the Ferrari or at the feel of the cash, but rather at the intrinsic feeling that comes from getting this thing. This train of thought brought me on to a bit of like a hypothetical idea, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. And that is whether kindness and being a genuinely good person can not only bring us joy on a relational basis, but can it also put us in the direction of a genuine level of success and grounded success? And the reason why I think this, and why I'm going to argue for this point in today's video, is if we reference back to what it was that I just said there, about the reason why we do any of the things we do being ultimately quite seamlessly funneled in the direction of happiness, there are few methods of acquiring happiness that are more prolific than being a good person. And we can see this in the fact that all of the things we do when it comes to prestige or success in any other metric do have an inherent comprehension of virtue. People want to do good things, and they might not realise that the reason why they want to do that are for pure reasons, but in actual fact, they almost always are. It leads me to believe that kindness cuts right to the core of everything. If we choose to be good and we choose to be virtuous, we get the sense of fulfillment and the sense of joy that we so often look for from other things. And the irony of this is, kindness is the easiest part of this. It's so easy to do. There is no self-improvement tip or get-rich-quick scheme that is as prolific and as capable of instantaneous access as is kindness. We have it at our fingertips at all times. So, the point I want to make around this before I then move on to how we actually can get kinder and be better is, whenever we do any of the things we do, we always want to get as close to a sense of fulfillment and happiness as we can. And happiness and fulfillment are very easily attained by being a good person. Because we know as well, we know when we do the right thing and when we do the wrong thing. We know that when we pick up the donut and eat it, that we said we were on a diet and we shouldn't have done that. And we know that when we pick up the piece of rubbish on the floor, that was a really nice thing to do. We all have this inherent understanding of, I should have done that, I shouldn't have done that. And when we are kind, we cut right through all the bullshit that comes as well with more career-based or relationship-based means of acquiring that inward sense of fulfillment. Because if you are, say, for instance, wanting to create a business, there's always going to be that part of you that goes, oh no, let's get to 1 million. 1 million's great. If I get to 1 million, I've done it. Once you get to 1 million, you think, I don't know, we're still going. Maybe we could get 2. I didn't get 2 this year. I got 1.7. It's not good enough. There's always going to be that sort of guessing game that comes with anything else when it comes to trying to get a sense of fulfillment and success outward. That doesn't happen with kindness, and happiness definitely comes through with this, because people know if they're good people. You know if you're someone who tries their best and is always polite and is always courteous and respectful and pushes themselves out a little bit more just to help out. You know if you're that person because you have empirical evidence at all times from the people around you and from yourself. You have that inward sense feeling. And before I get on to the tip and the tool that I think really brings us into this, I should say, kindness not only improves your relationships and brings you closer to far more enjoyable experiences because you've got fucking legends around you that are all in the same boat where they're like, yeah, we want the world to be a better place. We want to be nice. Let's be nice together. You push that energy out and you get it back because when you're nice to people, people are nice to you. And I shan't delve into the caveat that some people are bastards because what's the point of me going there? It happens. Like, we might as well just take the vast majority of most of the time when you're nice, good things happen. That means you'll have a fantastic group of people around you, and that group of support that comes around you and keeps you safe within that will also give you an extreme amount of energy and impetus and desire to improve on your own behalf. So, not only through being nice and just being a good person will you be that influence and be a pleasancy to be around, but my argument is you will also have enough energy to do other things too. You'll have an inward sense of fulfillment of knowing no matter what happens, I do well for the world. I'm a positive influence. My presence is a net positive. You won't only have that. You also have all the energy that comes from that will be able to push you forward into what it is that you might want to do. You might want to go and have that business, or you might want to have that their relationship, whichever one it is, both of them, whatever. You will want that too, quite possibly. And when you build from a base of virtuosity, you are far more likely to succeed on that because you've got more energy and you feel better, and it's just like fueling the engine appropriately. Everything's going well from here. We talk so much about how fitness and mental health and our diet is influencing the internal, which creates the external. But kindness is probably the biggest part of this. If you genuinely feel fulfilled and grounded within yourself, you are going to make some serious inroads on your other goals. And to round this video out, what I shall say is the most useful method of just basically making better decisions, which always comes pretty close. For me, I would say most of the time, exactly on a sense of doing the right thing, is to take a pause and a breath and just wait before you make decisions. And these can be very micro decisions. These can be something as simple as, should I say that? Should I not say that? And what you'll find is almost always when we are making bad decisions, it's because we act with an impulsivity. We do things because we have that response in the brain that fires out this, do that. And we bend to it rather than thinking, there's a me that has to experience the moment after I've said what I've said. Do I want to say this? We don't do that. And then all of a sudden we are thrust into the position where we are the ones who are dealing with our woes and what we shouldn't have done. So, the most important thing to do is to slow down. Take a moment, take a breath, and really think about things before you do them. Taking a minute second, a millisecond's worth of time just to go, should I say that? Should I not say that? Should I do that? I don't really have enough time, but I have got enough time to pick up this piece of rubbish. It's only going to take me a second. Having an internal dialogue around a moment of pause is undeniably a fantastic tool for creating a sense of good within yourself. And as we've touched on there, good is good. It feels nice to be good. So I'm going to point you in the direction of a good resource for this as well. Waking Up. It's an app by the fucking legend mensch himself called Sam Harris, and it's free. You can pay for it if you want to, but Sam, being a fucking mensch, offers the service for free. You can get a free scholarship, and I have done so for the last 4 years. And it's brilliant. And I won't go into the depths of meditation for this video, because just go and get that app and reap the rewards of this. I cannot testify enough just how much value I have found from meditation, and the most obvious metric of that has been how much my relationships and my careers and my genuine sense of psychological betterment is in play because of these moments of pauses, and from these moments the decision to act with virtue. So with that being said, I hope this helps. That's all I have to say to end this video, because that's always the case. I hope, if you're watching this, that this has been very useful information for you. If you could subscribe, I would really appreciate that, and it would be very kind. And I hope that this is the start of a long, beautiful relationship between you, my dear viewer, and I, my person. So with that being said, see you in a bit.